Shalom Aleichem. What is the Yiddish?
Yiddish?
Shekoyach.
Yeah.
Shekoyach.
You're going there. I wish I can speak to you. I understand what you're saying.
You don't speak a different language?
I speak languages.
Yiddish. You speak the Russian or Polish Yiddish?
So over here, most of the people don't speak it as a language.
Right. Yiddish. You speak the Russian or Polish Yiddish?
So over here, most of the people don't speak it as a language.
Right. Do you understand? Ich heißt Frankie. Ich heißt Frankie.
Yeah. I mean, if I can give you a tip when you learn languages, don't try to work on the accent first. First, try to work on the actual word.
Okay.
No, it's a mitzvah thing. A mitzvah thing is an army vehicle.
Awesome.
Army vehicle goes out to the street to conquer. Army vehicle, especially a tank, has two missions that it actually does. One thing is to go into the battlefield and fight the war. Another thing, after the war is over, to go and declare victory. That's what you see on marches. We have on the Independence Day, we have the army going to march through the city to show that we won the country. U.S. belongs to us. And same thing all over the world. They're marching with army vehicles. And that's why we're standing right now. And the Rebbe told us to take this vehicle, turn it into a tank. We go park this in Manhattan, and we conquer the whole streets around us. Whoever walks by, full on music, the screens outside, conquer Times Square, conquer wherever we are, and that turns into a big synagogue.
Oh, interesting, because I've always seen these vehicles, but I never really knew what they were
It's a
for.
synagogue on wheels, and the outside is a big army vehicle.
Oh, wow, this is really interesting. So you guys' mission when you have these army vehicles is to
Conquer. Oh, but not actually to conquer, to show that we are in control. A lot of times Jews feel that under the weather, under the rug, and you got to make sure to stay up with who you are. You're a black person. You can think, oh, there's so many racists. No, you're black. You have your own thing. You have good things about your life. Not about racists. It's who you are. Think about Jews. It's anti-Semitic. No, don't forget about it. There is anti-Semitism, like racism. But I'm not going to scream it all day. I'm going to stand up strong to who I am. I have my own good things in the world. You have your own things to the world.
It's basically to not worry about what people have to say about you and just be yourself.
That's correct. And be yourself.
A moment for what is this?
As my name's Frankie, and I'm learning today. I talked with another of your community leaders, and I have a YouTube channel. I'm just learning about the culture today. Do you have a moment to just answer like some questions? Okay.
What are you learning?
Yiddish. Redst du Yiddish?
Ich rede ein bisschen Jiddisch, ja.
Ein bisschen Yiddish?
Jiddisch.
Ja, ich lerne mich aus Yiddish durch Duolingo.
Was?
Duolingo is the app. The app is lernt es Sprache.
Ich komme von Brooklyn, aber vielleicht wohne in Manhattan. Was macht ihr?
Ich mache Baruch Hashem, bleib der Rebischter.
Baruch Hashem.
Speak in English.
Shekoyach. As far as my Yiddish will take me, but thank you for speaking with me. Is it alright if we use this for YouTube?
That's it. It's over already now.
So, maybe if you could have some Hosta Kishka?
Bruh.
Hosta Kishka?
Say, Hashem results.
Do you have any Kishka?
Kishke?
Kishka.
Bruh.
Kishke, what does Kishke have to do? It's not in our, it's not the things was me kochen sag. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I want to give all the praises and the honor to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Recha HaKwadash, and double honors to the elder apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Also, a sincere shalom to you other brethren, you fellow laborers, you followers of the truth, even you few sisters, and shalom to the elect. Anyway, I want to go in this video. This was a interesting video with this guy. His name is Frankie. He doesn't probably know he's an Israelite, but he is he's more likely a real Israelite, a real Jew, according to bloodline. Now, and I'm not saying that some of those people in that land don't have the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, but the majority are imposters. Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk about, and you could see the arrogance and the pridefulness in their face when it's Jake, Israelite, and when I say Jake from Jacob, start speaking their so-called language that they didn't even understand. They didn't, which I never knew. They don't even fully understand Yiddish, which comes from Yid. When you really go into that word, it means a heretic or wannabe. And this is why you see ish on it. This is why you see Jew-ish on it, because they're not the real deal. Okay, it's just what it is. So they managed to take a big portion of it is from European. Okay, some of it Hebrew, some Salakia German. A big portion is Germanic language, and some is Poland, some is Russian, Greece. So you got various other languages mixed with Hebrew. So this is confusion, and this is the people, and this is why we call it a confusion of Babylon. Who's set up Babylon is confusion of the world. They have so many different languages inside a language that they don't even know how to speak. Those older rabbis, they didn't even know how to speak it. And this Jake comes up and speak it, and they have the biggest attitude. They're like shocked. Their hearts dropped. You had to know that. They had a real issue with that. Now let me go to Psalms before I get back. Psalms 83:3. They have taken crafty accounts thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. Right? Let me go to Psalms 83:2. It says, it's Salakia 82:3. Because this is a shocker to these people. They can't believe that he came hard like that, right? They can't believe that he, came hard like that. 83:3. They have taken crafty counsels against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. And he rode up, with a proud spirit on him about, I know your language. And they were shook, right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. That's what their whole agenda was, coming from Europe and Greece, Salakia, Europe and Russia and various other places, and kick the Palestinians out, which a lot of them was Israelites, true biblical Israelites, and then placed themselves there. Literally threw them out their homes through their militaries, and then declared that to be a Jewish state, right? And there's history and time life that showed that they did that. And how are they the people of God? They put themselves there. What is ironic as well, that this man on the bus used his arrogance, and he was really trying to jab the Jake through the spirit, trying to make him feel bad and letting him know, we took this nation, we took the world, this is ours. And then look how they live. And then when you really look at it, they ain't even really in power, man. Those super elites are in power. They could give a damn about them. They lined up and took the jab as well, man. They got to follow the guidelines of money and Social Security as well, right? There's just levels on when you're dealing with slavery. They're at the top tier. That's all it is. And what they do is they control the narrative of, throughout. But why are they always at war? They don't even believe in the Messiah, but yet they're the chosen people of God. So you see where it goes? This is what it is. Exodus 21:16. Let's see if they're the people of God, man. And he that stealeth a man and selleth him, or if he be found is in his hand, he shall surely be put to death. So these the people of God. They stole the Israelites from Spain first, and Portugal, and various other parts of that region, right? And from Africa, certain parts of Africa, West Africa and South Africa. Even before that, the other nations, the sub-Saharan slave trade of the other heathens in Africa, before they sold out to, well, had the Arabs sell out to build those slave ships and use Christianity to destroy us. See, that was their agenda. Let's take their heritage. We're going to claim their heritage because we're the people of God, and we're going to give them Christianity, right? And that's what they did. They didn't even give us black Christianity. They gave us white Christianity, right? That was to show that we were a destroyed people, okay? So this Jew that was on the bus, he was adamant on talking about, be happy because you're black and you have your thing. He was just trying to throw it. We know in the truth what he was doing. But the Jake sat there like, he played it cool. But I know that Jake had to feel a certain way about that. And he was just shocked. So in their minds, these Negroes are coming. They already threw the majority of Hebrew Israelites. I don't know why they wanted to live over there in that polluted land at this point. They had them live by a power plant. Okay? They were living by a power plant. And then you had to fight their wars. It's so much that these people done, man. Even the Ethiopian Jew that they scraped up, that was going through all that poverty, they made them come live there and come under their order. They said you couldn't worship Judaism the way you used to. You have to worship the way they want to worship it. That's the wickedness of that society. But yet they tell everybody else they can have every religion. But when it comes to them, everybody has to fall up under their religion. So if they so righteous, why the whole world ain't in order, man? If they so-called run the world. Jeremiah 16:19. O Lord, my strength and my fortress, right? And my refuge in the day of affliction. The Gentiles shall come unto thee from the ends of the earth, and shall say, surely our fathers have inherited lies, vanity, wherein there is no profit. So we can always, they're even starting to see now, they're even understanding that a lot of them know that they're not the real Jews, the people of the Bible, man. A lot of them know that, okay? Or some of them are starting to see, or the world is starting to see. Revelation 2:9, I know thy works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich, right? And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Now this is going into, obviously, other Israelites who practice wrongful beliefs, right? But this also goes to them, because the scriptures are not only twofold but manifold. They apply to different things and in different seasons. And these people are posting up saying they're in these synagogues. But yet, this man claimed he ride all the way through the community of New York and various other places and say, really, they're putting curses on you, Jakes. That's why you're killing the hell out of each other. But you don't see no synagogues in the actual hood. Why is that? These the main people says you can have your religion, believe what you want, but you better not believe what we believe in. Why? Let's go to Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, 2:2. And the Lord answered to me, saying, write a vision and make it plain unto tables, that they might run and readeth. Right? Let me go down to 4. Behold, his soul is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, with all these spoiled philosophies, and even with wine, what they did in Joel, the 3rd chapter. They gave a boy for a harlot and a girl for wine that they might drink. All these things they done, they're going to have to pay for it, man. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. Did you hear what he said on that bus? Who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. right? He is so wicked. These people are so wicked. They don't even follow the Torah, man. They follow, they'll have the Torah up there, but then they'll have the Talmud up there, man. Would say you can take 9-year-old boys and lay with them if you want, because the goy belongs to you. I read so much things in that book, man, that is sickening, man. You know, that people have brought the truth out of that, and I just went to the text and saw it. It's crazy, man, what these people have done, man. You know? I mean, but it's clear. You saw the intro and how they get down. And they really not impressed with this Jake learning a language that a lot of them don't even really know that much. That is amazing to even know that. But how much they hide from us. But the truth is coming out to the light, and we're seeing the truth, you know, and these people for who they are. I mean, there's so much I can go onto these people and how the wars are set up, how everything's set up, and the corruption, the scandals, what they do in Hollywood to young Jakes and regular white people. They don't consider themselves the same as regular whites in America. They call them goy as well. Why? Because they believe that our blood is mixed amongst theirs, right? Which it is. Which the Israelite blood is even mixed among them. It's all over. But they figure coming up through Europe during the what's his name, in 740 A.D., I believe Kagan Bullen, you know, and as they moved up and, you know, they migrated, they kept some of the Hebrew languages, but as the Ashkenazi, the Yids or whatever, they adopted themselves many languages, you know, throughout, right? But tried to keep the heritage, but then they polluted the heritage and they made it their own. So they made the language their own, right, and mixed it up and made it their own. They polluted the heritage and made it their own and mixed it up and just completely lied, right? So they, you know, there's a payback coming for that. Okay. Anyway, that's all I have on that. Shalom.